tire of this farce. It's time to reveal my true
Are
glory.
you a phoenix? The Dark Phoenix? Bro. What? Come on, man. It's just Salmael again. Salmael was an interesting design, and then you took it and made it just objectively shit. It's an awful statue made to replicate Salmael. Like, come on. So, Jerri reveals her true colors. This may be more difficult than I had imagined.
What do we do?
There's no way we can reach her like this except with our giant guns. You can leave that to me. I'm sick of this boring-ass monochrome world anyway. I'll paint a path and you guys take it. Okay.
All right.
Wow. Thank you. Cool. So,
My turn.
actually, I do like the idea of this.
Now, let's
Having, I shall put you up here. Having to create a path forward for the boss fight, I like that idea. I was wondering what the floor was going to be and how that would work,
My gratitude.
but that's pretty cool. So Jerri summons two.
do?
Garnica's going to spawn in another pathway on the right side now, I imagine. Okay, well, you made me a liar. Fuck you. Actually, I think we want to have Sumi do this.
get him!
How's this here? Oh, but she can only stay on the ink. I see. So we'll throw this way. Get a barrel going
My
across.
turn.
Yeah!
Now Getchi can blast you down.
Let's take them down!
I will... Oh, what? Why didn't I have an extra move here? I thought I had an extra move there. We'll launch you across because you'll do paint the whole way, right? Oh, you don't? Oh. I don't... Why did I think they did paint the whole way across? The barrels do. I assume the enemies would too.
I teach you.
Is this proto-Salmael? Is that the idea?
Here we go.
Like, we couldn't have come up with a different design for it, really? It seems that our enemies aren't beholden to the same turf traveling that we are. No problem, I'll just make you a path.
Please!
Best of luck, Garnica-san.
What?
Not Getchi! No! They shot my husband! No! Hey, Jerri, why don't you just shoot at Garnica? I feel like that'd be...
Here I go.
That's a really good placement for a barrel, actually. Thank you very much for placing the barrel right in that spot. That was fantastic. That was exactly what I needed.
Got you in my sight.
Yeah, this works.
Now, let's dance!
Pathway to the ball. Doesn't matter.
I hope you're ready.
I mean, I guess we just had their
All right.
turn.
Now's the time.
Cool. I like that this is the whole room. That's pretty fucking good. These two in charge is nice.
How about this?
Core of Divine Will. Oh, it's that shit again.
What?
Okay. Probably best not to get too close. Yeah, no, we're just gonna hit those and they'll explode and then they'll do no damage to you because why would they do damage to you? That is good game design though, that the enemies here. I kind of wish that more enemies spawned in at once or that multiple barrels spawned in at once. There's multiple pathways to go about. But having enemies appear here is good because it means that we can hit you and you'll actually use them. We'll do this. That'll blow up one of the cores. I imagine that's gonna explode, put some more ink around.
What the?
Okay, never mind.
Joker.
When someone enters their range, they'll
I'll wrap
blow
this
up.
up.
Let's take them
Well,
down!
I don't have to worry about that. Sumi can march forward.
And
Here I go.
Uh-huh. Let's
Take
bang
this.
in you. Get an extra turn. Because we can just walk across the ink here. That works. Can I?
I'll show you true fear.
Let's just shoot the core.
Won't miss from here.
And that wasn't enough. 100 my ass. Okay, but now we can at least shoot Jerri.
no problem.
I mean, that's a cool ability. I like that. It's like a Sinister Arrow Raid, but the blessed version of it. What is the lore on Jerri here?
I hope you're ready.
I'm genuinely so
I'll
curious.
wrap this up quick. I'll take
Shoot
you
you.
out.
Let's take them down.
Now,
Joker can come back. Let's hit him from here, actually, just so we have as much range as possible. So we'll knock you down.
it's
Do this.
showtime.
Roll the core up. Is that going to do damage? no external targeting. It's just a trap. So they were just placed in awful spots to do traps. Done? Wow!
This is the end.
Ooh, Garu. Okay, so we gotta back the fuck up. That's 100% gonna
All right.
dirty the area. Yeah, that's gonna make that area black again, so we won't melt.
My turn.
I miss having Yusuke. He had such good range on his weapons and shit. And I'm glad I didn't level the follow-up skills. They don't do actually... They literally do nothing in this. I mean, cool. Oh! Okay. So it made it enemy color, not no color at all. Please shoot the pinks. Thank you.
Now, let's dance.
And Subi's effectively useless when it comes to doing damage here. Because she's just not that strong. Persona? It doesn't matter.
Persona!
Okay, we'll just make it alone.
Now
Man. Are we actually just like punching it now? Is that it? Yeah, it truly is just like bad. Oh no! You don't put a stationary enemy in and then give them a shit ton of HP because then the combat's just dissatisfying.
All right.
Jerri!
Persona! Persona! Are set!
We'll do this. It'll hit these and hit that as well. They're just out of the way.
Here I go.
I don't think I need to worry about them. Maybe I should leave them next time they spawn in. And they could spawn in or like charge up and become detonatable, which does damage to Jerri. That could be a thing. Although I think that'd be pretty shit game design. So how would you know that unless you just play badly? But whatever.
Witness my true
They
power.
are for the most part entirely unneeded. I can't speak English.
Persona!
Okay,
Robin Hood!
make it alone.
Let's take them down. Show them how I feel.
What the fuck is
This'll
Judgment of the
finish
Heavens do? Oh, it's that shit. Are you not taking damage right now? Why is Jerri not taking damage? I tire of these pathetic attempts at defense, at defiance, fruitless as they may be. It's time I extinguished your will for good, here and now.
How dare you!
Enveloping tranquility. Cool, God just killed us. Oh! A new stage. The fuck? Sure. Wow, you got blown away. Look, the Tactica situation has changed. The Persona 5 tactical situation, that is. Our painting progress has been undone. Looks like this won't be a walk in the park for us. But that should have done us some good, right? She's getting winded. Don't give up yet, Phantom Thieves. I'll just keep painting you a new path. Okay.
What to do here?
Oh.
I'll
Man.
wrap this up quickly.
This is awful. Like, what was the thought process here? What was it? What was the thought process here? Like nothing's happening.
Now, let's dance.
We're just kind of sitting around, waiting to get to you, hit you a few times, then go to a different stage. So it's a combination of all the boss fights. The cores are from Toshiro Kasukabe boss fight, obviously. The changing stages Yoshiki boss fight. What about this is Marie's boss fight exactly? I'm assuming we're gonna have Guernica, who's an extingent party member. Is extingent the word that I'm trying to use there? A secondary situation or a secondary objective that's gonna happen that Guernica's gonna do during the third phase of the fight is my assumption. But truly don't know. We're not there yet.
My turn.
And in that regards, I think it's okay.
I hope you're ready.
Here I go.
Let's take them
But
down.
nothing's happening, so
Fire.
it's also
I'll wrap
pretty
this
pretty not great. I could have given myself an extra turn there, but why would I do that?
I'll teach you.
the pristine, monochromatic, ever-changing, or never-changing gray world. Is that the idea here? I'm not really seeing the idea of Jerri.
It's over.
I hope you're ready.
Yes. My turn. All right. Checkmate.
Actually, that was a bad one because I'd want to hit them over more so that way we could get more paint
I'll wrap
splattered
this up
around.
quick.
That was a bad idea. It's fine. Because we just shoot
Taking aim.
and do
Let's
some
take them
damage.
down.
Stop trying to shoot the barrel. It is entirely unneeded. Why are barrels the highest priority target in this game? No! Don't put the bombs that are bombs. I'll leave them. I'll leave them this time. Let's see if anything changes. And they're gonna put more enemies down. I'm not gonna leave them.
Now.
Why would I leave them if they're gonna put enemies right there? On a future one, we'll see if they change. But for this one,
Come.
Phantom Charge! Arsene! That is so fucking cool. Arsene is the coolest. Well, only one of them blew up and did damage to it. Fuck you. Oh, hey, we did the thing. My gown, do damage. Are you taking damage from this, actually? You did take a little bit of damage, but 26 is not a high amount. I don't think you're taking damage.
Take this.
Cool, no.
Let's dance.
Great. Third phase. Because there's no way it's gonna make me... Yeah, so there's no way it's gonna make me go through another thing of combat just for it to not let me do damage. The only things you cretins bring about are pain and strife. It's time I put you down like the rabid animals you are so I can get back to my lord's work.
How dare
So you were made in Salmael's vision? She kind of... What's that thing on top of her head? Is that the tower from Salmael boss fight? What is that, actually? It looks kind of familiar. Maybe it is. Damn it, she's changed the terrain again! I'm tying my hair up. So what? We'll just keep coming at her as many times as it takes until we're empty. A tank of paint, I mean. Not anything else. Pervert.
Let's go.
Right, let's get to it, senpai.
All right.
I mean, is it not just Core of Destruction?
Let's
Is it
take
not
them
just
down.
Crisis Core?
I'll wrap this up quick.
I could go other way around, I suppose, but I think if I just Crisis Core, these all blow up. This still doesn't put a pathway here for me. That doesn't really help when I can't. Oh, fuck, who cares? Go there. Let's just
Here
throw
I
this
go.
area out.
Come to me. Persona.
Yeah.
I hope you're ready. Show them how I feel.
And we are back again. More lawnmowers, man. One after another. Such is the life of that time of year, I guess. I don't fucking know.
I'll teach you.
What the?
I've been trying to make an effort to be more positive about the game. And like just in general. Be more positive about like how I describe things. But truthfully, this game is like I've said it so many times, they just don't put the effort in this game. This is unfortunately a very obvious example of that. What is this fight supposed to be? Genuinely. Because there's like not anything here.
I'll wrap
Let's
this
have
up.
to catch you come back this way, I think, actually.
Now, let's
Here I
dance.
go. Taking aim.
I should have hit you. That works too.
Persona.
Let's take them
So
down.
Sumi, come up. Blast you.
Now.
My turn.
Akechi can come here. Blast you
Knock
again.
you out.
Oh yeah, he lost positions. That's a bit rough.
Persona.
Can I hit that side of it?
Persona.
I can. Works.
Shoot
That's a
the
big
kill,
knockdown as well,
Robin
so it
Hood.
should be good. But like, what is Jerri supposed to be here? I'm sure I'll figure it afterwards, but like, even the setup with Guernica doesn't really work. Nothing happened for me to care about these characters this entire time. Guernica just was angry for some reason now, for absolutely no reason. Why couldn't Jerri have wiped away memories before? They needed to hit the surface? Well, then clearly Jerry's plan is flawed, and it doesn't make sense, because you would want to support her at first and then break her down if that was the case. So it's just... It's a lot of just not well thought out design things.
Focus.
Where does the
Here I
idea
go.
for this fight come from? What is occurring here that actually matters? Genuinely. I'm gonna use True Secret just so we can all get closer. Oh, well, I can't do that. There's nothing that I can hit. Cannot move any closer.
You're done.
That was a bad idea.
I'll wrap this up quickly.
And he didn't even use his action, so they just took it away. Well, that's unfortunate. But, like, why are we having a stationary boss in general? Right? Final boss, okay, the platform moves, the arenas move, whatever. These cores don't do anything, so it's just a trap, which makes this fight take longer. And then the enemy doesn't have, like, a small enough amount of health for the fight to feel like it was a reasonable amount of time. So you'll go through, you'll make your way to the end, depending on where Guernica shoots the things. Then, based on where she shoots the things, you can maybe, just maybe, get close enough to Jerri to spend 4 turns just basic attacking Jerri. With the little amount of SP or whatever you have. I just...
Targeting now.
Why? Literally why?
This'll finish it.
And I really didn't want to be, like, overtly negative about this game or anything. Just explain, oh, this gripe is this. This is stupid because this. Because I didn't want that to be the series. But really? What is going on right now? It's not like a challenging combat. Oh, you only set it to normal mode. That's for stats. If the difficulty changes the layout of combat, then that should probably be declared within the difficulty settings. Because difficulty means something different in every single video game you'll ever play. Ah, great. Sumi and Akechi still can't get past. That's super appreciated. Okay. Does it matter? I mean, probably does matter. Let's do this. That was the wrong spot. If I did it to the right, then it would have exploded and given them a tile over.
Now, let's dance.
Alright, we'll end a turn again. We'll get you comes closer. But Jerri is just kind of a non-character. Shut your mouth! You don't know what you're talking about! So are you a god or are you not a god? The fuck?
Now then.
I think I can probably beat Jerri here, but I don't really want to risk it. No, I definitely can beat Jerri here. And,
Here I go.
like, oh, even if this is the end of the fight? Wait, Guernica didn't even give me a fucking path here still? Come on, bro. I'm not walking back. I actually refuse to walk all the way back. Guernica, you're gonna give me a fucking pathway. I'm not spending 3 turns to walk back just for you to put a pathway down. Not the one dance. Got an NSE on my hand. Trump card.
All right.
Appreciate it.
Take
Cool.
I'll wrap this up quick.
Great. They're...
Take it.
Let's take them down.
So if you're gonna do the thing where you get into the enemy and hitting them a few times is the objective. Yoshiki did it in the correct way, although it was still a very drawn-out fight because the area themselves were annoyingly complicated and just full of obstacles. And maybe I was just bad and wasn't like planning out my routes well, which is probably the case as well. But if you're gonna do an enemy like this with Jerri here, they have to have 1 round of attacks at most to clear the wave, which they do. They do. The issue with that is they're not doing anything in the meantime. It's just standing there for you to hit and putting more enemies on the stage. Have Jerri do things. Block off certain paths. Make me have to change how I go across it by going up and down. You know, kind of sticking to the whole idea of the Phantom Thieves. Multiple levels of elevation, jumping across platforms, ladders, really taking advantage of the getting extra movement after dashing ability that we have. That's just good game design. This, no. As much as I'm enjoying the game, man, I could not give this game anything more than a 4 out of 10 at best. At its best moments, it's a fun experience. And at every other moment, it is a bad time where you'd rather just play something else. And that is super disappointing.
She's in a different league entirely.
Because the best moments are pretty cool. And this game has good story beats, but come on.
Slowly, he reigns. I am the architect of the streets. Everything you see here only exists because I willed it so.
Tupac?
To think that such lowly beings as yourselves stand any chance against me is absolutely laughable.
You think you're the boss here? Don't make me laugh.
What's so amusing?
I love Guernica's tattoos. I do really miss the white, though. Also, why isn't it Tao now, if she's back to being herself?
Why didn't you just wipe Luca out yourself?
Shut your mouth.
This is a spiritual world built from the mind. The imagination sets the rules here.
How the fuck do you know
Memory
that?
of my big sis was the one thing you couldn't ever control.
How do you know
That's
this?
why
Or how would you ever even come to this conclusion?
I figured out the truth, Jerry. My imagination's more powerful here than you.
And my voice is quieter than everything!
Then you just watched me prove you wrong.
Cease this tantrum. A lowly human like you has
Now
no
imagine if it was a
place to
3D
find me.
model, like Jerry's has a 3D model, and Guernica had actual animations and was doing things. Wouldn't that be so cool? What are you? Nasty. Okay.
What have you done with this place? I told you, I'm the architect of this world. How dare you cover up my fine work? This is worse than insulting. It's a downright desecration.
Desecration? Don't get so worked up. This is just the law of the land for street art, you know? Anything that looks like shit is fair game to cover up. Wow.
You disgusting lowly humans.
Phantom thieves! Let's get her ass. Show her how the outcasts of society take care of business.
Showtime! Bowser! Let's do it! Suck her up, Bowser! Yo, Bowser just sucks in the head? Crazy. Oh, what a sentence I just said. This is absurd. I can't believe I said that sentence. That's horrible. I do like that. That was a cool moment. Guernica just covering it up with her emotions, just raw emotion. Covering up Jerry's clean, designed, intentional, intricate world. That's fun. It'd be cool if the whole arena got painted and not just the floor, but it's all good.
You're done.
Bang. Boom. Butt up.
Let's take
Pop.
them down.
Boop.
Fire.
I'll wrap this up quick.
Bastardry. Can I hit that one? Bastardry.
Now,
Joker.
It's
Beat the hell out of him. Thank you.
here I go.
Getchy, head back here.
hope you're ready.
Zoomy. Wait, you're not knocked down? Whatever.
You're in trouble.
Kill them all! And now Getchy can just shoot whenever he makes it there in 3 turns. It is weird that there's even pink ink here at all. How is this not dangerous?
My gratitude.
Huh. Will the enemies get hit by that?
What to do here?
Kind of hope so. That was honestly very lucky.
You're done.
If I didn't move Joker up one more space, I was not making it out of there alive.
I'll take you out.
Not the big man. He's gonna put his ink down.
Now, let's dance. Get him. Go, get him.
Sure. I mean, it works. And now Joker can blast you. See, you don't have that much health. I appreciate that. If you were not a stationary enemy and something like in the environment itself was changing, that'd be pretty cool, but it'll be over with fast enough, so I don't need to worry. Because I can always just smack, a catchy ability, smack. Which is definitely what I'm going to do here. Because, oh, we're also instant knockdowns.
There's no way.
I see.
Got too ahead of myself.
Or is that just because we're not in cover? I think that's just because we're not in cover.
Now,
Let's...
come.
My gown.
Take this.
Oh, Jerry's done for. Jerry's just been wiped clean off the streets.
Let's take them down.
Little cock-a-doodle-doo is gone.
Persona.
Judgment of the heavens. Oh, finishing off with the world's...
How dare you?
Ah, but I should have used Phantom Judge. I could still use Phantom Judge.
What's that?
Yes. The rat bites back, bitch. 31 damage. That was necessary, actually.
Humans.
This can't be. Losing so gracefully to mere humans. This is it, Jerri. We're gonna show you what happens when you mess with humans and their art.
This can't be.
There wasn't even a falling down animation? You stupid fucking bird. Get shot, idiot. In Minecraft.
Bested by humans.
Before we wrap this up, would you mind telling us whose orders you've been following?
It's Salmael, right? You're a
am-
follower of Salmael?
No, I've not been granted permission to reveal.
Was I supposed to play the DLC first?
What a pity.
That cannot be the
I think
case.
I'd fall short of
Who
my
knows?
duty over something so pointless as art.
You talk an awful lot of shit about art. But you still recognized my ability, didn't you? You may be a rotten, miserable thing. But even still, you got my art. On that point alone, I think we were able to see eye to eye.
Artists are such unbelievable nitwits. Can't even bring yourself to hate me properly. Guernica, you silly child.
So we'll never find out who she really was?
Doesn't do us any good thinking about it now.
Well, I'm glad you're okay now, Guernica-san. Sorry, Tao-san.
Guernica's just fine. You're the only ones who know my old name. I'm both Tao and Guernica. Plus, I've got Luca with me. Big Sis is right here in my heart. I know that for a fact.
She's in your heart.
What's wrong? Are you crying?
What? Why am I... I'm sorry. Please, don't mind me. More importantly, what are you going to do now, Guernica-san?
The same thing I always do. Keep making art for all the poor saps out there. People just like me. And for all the bastards who trample us and make sure we're never heard. I'll get right up in their faces. But I imagine that won't sit well with certain folks.
Considering your artistic reputation, it wouldn't be impossible for you to shift into mainstream success. But I wager that would go against your principles.
Yep, you called it. I have to keep my promise to Luca. And there are others. People who showed me kindness out on the street. I'm walking this path for them until there's not another step left in front of me. Well, I'm already a big fan of the Phantom Thieves. So now we're just even. Alright then. It's about time we say goodbye. I'll send you all back home.
We'll miss you, Guernica-san. Luca-san, too.
She's so
Same
fucking
here.
pretty, bro. Oh
Catch you
my
later,
god.
Phantom Thieves. And
I
thanks
love this
again.
character's design
I'm
so
sure our
much. I think the
paths
white was a little bit better, but
cross
oh, such a
Even
good
if we
fucking
forget
character
this
design.
moment, I know it.
Where am I? Wait, how am I? Ah, my righteous lord, you grace me with your presence. Forgive me. I lacked the strength to fulfill my duty.
Okay, so obviously she looked like Salmael. That's just an awful decision if the point is to play this before the main game, because this progresses way faster in terms of leveling up and skills and all sorts of shit, which means that the main game is going to feel way worse because you're not leveling up as quickly. So just bad design. Secondly, this answers no questions or solves any problems because Jerri isn't in the main game and is entirely unnecessary. Salmael, is this how he comes to the conclusion that we should help humans by removing their desires? What the fuck? Like what is this story in the DLC? Guernica, Luca, Guernica's mind is fucked up. The story of expressing yourself through art over fucking precision machinery that doesn't really matter or have any feelings. That, I guess, it's kind of the same thing as the main game. Whereas Kasukabe stops being a cog in a machine and learns to rotate freely of his own will. I kind of get that, but like, what really is this? Right? What the fuck am I playing and watching right now? Genuinely, what is this?
Yes, I understand. Destruction and chaos are certainly contrary to your will. I will wholly accept my return to the void, along with all my faults. As I return to the void, I shall pray that your desire for a harmonious world will be brought to fruition. A tranquility going out into all the earth.
And this is another example of a scene that doesn't work. If you just had Jerri sitting on the final boss stage, Jerri's shadow appears in that area, and there is Salmael. All we see are the hands of Salmael, so clearly a position similar to the one that we fought against with Jerri. That works as a cool shot. Jerri's just in Salmael's body part, like, or in the machine world, in the true, whatever the fuck it was called. Like, what? This doesn't work. This is a poorly done scene with maybe an hour of work to make it an awesome, very cool scene by Jerri just appearing on the ground, eyes opening slowly, standing up, looking up. We're over the shoulder of Jerri's perspective. We see these hands, or maybe we just look from the perspective of Salmael, so we have the hands underneath us on the bottom of the screen, and we're staring down at Jerri from the presence of this just awe-inspiring, just ominous, unknown ruler, which again doesn't work because you shouldn't play this version, you shouldn't play the DLC before you play the main game because it doesn't progress the same way. You're going to feel bad playing the main game, but that as a scene would work a lot better. What? This game pisses me off, bro. This game pisses me off so fucking much. Give me 2 hours in the studio with the people making this game, and we will fix this whole fucking game in one day. I need 2 hours to explain this shit to them. And in one day, they'll be like, oh yeah, no, he's right actually. Everything that we just said was shit. Let's do this way.
What am I doing?
The art. But I like when Arsene was being eaten. I still don't know. How the fuck did she see that, by the way?
To investigate the graffiti,
How would she have known what Arsene looked like?
What the?
Genuinely.
Go. There's no graffiti here.
And I'm
You
sure
know,
Guernica is also completely
I've actually
unknown
got
to the rest
same
of the world
feeling
now.
That there used to be something here. Senpai, don't you feel like something's off?
Yeah,
It's like
yes.
there's a gap in my memory, but for some reason it's not concerning.
Anyways, we should go about our days and go back to
Appears
Sai's
I'm back to
palace.
square one in my investigation. I'll be heading off now.
All right, take care.
So we don't get to remember
We
it?
should get going too, huh? I'll see you at school.
I love you, Sumi. Bye-bye. You're the best. Funny. I felt compelled to touch the wall, but when I do, nothing happens. Morgana! Oh.
A sight many would have thought impossible. A colossal mural covering the entire front of a government building.
Yeah, actually, how would you do this? Just thinking logistically here. I know this doesn't matter to you guys, but how much paint would you need? Because that goes all the way down to the base, as we can see by the arrow by the reporter's head. Like, it's fucking cool, but that should be several days of work. Huh.
Despite the high security, this work was completed in a single night.
It was not several days of work.
Experts have already weighed in. This is unmistakably the work of Guernica.
Which has to be a group of
A
people.
public work of this scale has not been seen before. Many are already claiming that this will propel Guernica to international fame.
Get a load of that, Phantom Thieves. They're finally taking notice. When our paths cross again,
Yeah.
it'll be with a smile.
Kiana!
Some
Oh,
are
never
calling
mind.
for the graffiti's immediate removal, while others, both locally and abroad, are demanding its preservation.
I mean, why would you get rid of it,
While
actually?
removing and replacing the entire facade would be impossible, alternative solutions are currently flying about.
Man, this has the whole city freaking out. It's on all the channels. I never expected someone else out there to pull our kind of stunts.
Kind of missed your voice, actually, Morgana. It's nice hearing you again. Well, it's very well done.
An expert now, huh?
Yes, sir.
But I do agree with you. There's something about it that just
All that
grabs
time with
me.
Yusuke, you think I wouldn't know art anymore?
By the
What
way,
about Yusuke
you
thinks
seem
about it,
awfully
actually?
cheerful. Whew, we need to get going. We don't want to make the chief flip his lid.
This game really is a bottle. Not even a bottle. This game is a fucking... I'm trying to think of like a reasonably sized container. It is a crate, a box. A very large box of good ideas that just don't get the effort and time that they deserve. And I don't know if this game had a rushed development cycle or a non-caring development cycle where the developers were just like, put it out. Doesn't really matter, just ship it. Or maybe I'm just really not into Tactica games, and so every flaw I have comes down to just, it's just the genre. In which case, that's a shit genre, truthfully. There are so many ways to make these games better and more immediately, like, desirable to play. Also, holy shit, I just realized Arsene's bones are out. That is such a sick piece, actually. But, throughout this whole game, there's just always immediately something you can improve upon. Whether it's just like the cutscenes, the dialogue scenes, the voice acting for a lot of it's not great. Especially like the new characters for this game. Guernica's voice acting is really bad. The sound design in this game is fucking horrendous. The music's okay, which is really, honestly, the fact that the music is just okay, it's a Persona game. Above anything else. Not one Persona or Shin Megami Tensei game has bad music. This game's music is just actually meh at best. That just occurred to me. That's really sad. I have not heard a single like Atlas game with just meh music. This is the first time. The music conveys so little emotion or feeling throughout the whole game. Just the game in general, it's like we're speaking of emotion, but we're never actually showing it. And I think that's part of it is like through the medium that they're doing it, by showing it in this visual novel style without using any actual 3D animations or like real sound design or like area design in the background, because you have the 3D environment with 2D characters stuck on the forefront and it doesn't mesh well. Like there's not anything happening. There's no big movements to explain these deep emotions that this game is supposed to represent. And it's really unfortunate. His name is not Hero, it's Joker. It's fucking Joker, you bigot. I hate you. It's weird, man. It really is. Like, there's so many good ideas. Why didn't any of the boss fights use elevation aside from Yoshiki's boss fight? And that boss fight wasn't for the sake of elevation, it was for the sake of, now it takes more time to get to you, which is not bad, but nothing happened. It was just kind of inconvenient of a fight. And so they took that away for the same fight against Jerri, which is also inconvenient because movements based on where the enemies are, which spawns in randomly, or the barrels are, which spawns in randomly. It's like, genuinely, who the fuck is Ichiro Nakabachi? Oh, the vice principal, right. Okay, I was confused for a second. I'm trying to think of the other things that I had to say about this game. I love the visual style of this game, truthfully. I think the characters look stunning. I genuinely fucking love them. Oh, Luca and Guernica were replaced by the same person in Japanese. That's cool. I genuinely really like the visual style of this game, and I think if they'd put more effort into making it a 3D based game where all the animations and cutscenes were done in 3D, it would have been fantastic. That definitely would have taken a lot more time, but would it have been worth it? 1,000,000%, yes. Movement in this game, really bad for the most part. The ability to not be able to just place things down wherever, because every move is an AoE, why can't I just shoot my ability down in whatever spot, as long as it's not on a wall or something? What would have been the bad part there? What else? a lot of the story points didn't hit, both main game and the DLC. Like, the entirety of Mario's Castle was just bad, truthfully. You get your guys. You get your guys again. You get your guys again. Toshiro! Cool. Flag! Oh no! Erina got shot! Anyways, let's move on. What? We're just moving on? Yeah, we're just moving on. What? Why? We're not gonna make a point of this, saying, oh shit. This is the, like, this is bad? No, like, oh my god, Erina, are you okay? No, like, real motivation for Toshiro? Because, I mean, like, Toshiro at that point was like, yeah, I gotta change and be better. But nothing actually happened from it. We didn't see any visual change in Toshiro as a character until the end of the game. I mean, yeah, he slowly becomes less of, no, we shouldn't be fighting. That's because he's seeing us fight and get better at it. And he's seeing that regardless of the pain, yeah, we still push forward. And I can understand that, you know? I mean, I get it. But there's not really a moment where Toshiro ever stands up for himself in the actual main game until the literal end of the game. Ernesto's cool for Erina, not for Toshiro. And it's kind of downplaying on Erina's as a character. And like, genuinely though, how did the sound design team just go so bad? This game wasn't made during COVID. This game came out 2023, I believe. So it wasn't during the lockdown of 2020 to 2021. So why the fuck did we just have the dialogue so ass for this entire game? Everyone was either extremely quiet or just not talking. Like, this is me talking. I'm about 5-6 inches away from the microphone. Every single person in this game sounded like they were talking like this. So they're behind the microphone and also to the side. And occasionally they would step back like this. And how does that happen? How does that happen for every character in a game? I genuinely don't understand.
The benefits and drawbacks of the mural's removal will be discussed in a public press conference this afternoon.
Goodness gracious, this must be a right nuisance for the governor. Statesmen like yourself should avoid getting involved in trivial matters such as these. A leader of the masses must always hold sight of the big picture. Understand?
You'll
Toshiro?
find your way.
Yes. Of course, Father.
Do you, though? You seem rather fascinated by the whole affair.
I'm merely considering the precarious position that the governor finds himself in. Here the political world is on the
Man, you know what? Toshiro could be a fuckboy if you wanted to. He's a handsome guy.
So long as you understand the situation.
Is he going to go to it and that's why he gets sucked into Salmael's world? That's kind of cool. I like the idea behind that. As a bonus for completing the DLC, extra content will be available in New Game Plus playthroughs of the main story. Why? What are you talking about? It's a prequel. Why do I have to go New Game Plus to experience the new shit? What's the extra content? Oh! Oh! Wait, that's so sick, actually! You get to play as Akechi and Sumi in a game that I'm never revisiting in my fucking life? That's awesome! I am gonna do these probably next time on Persona 5 Tactica. And I have to do them in order. That's very, very, very exciting. They might not even be made into video depending on how they end up being in actually, like, interesting stages, but we'll see. For now, thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you all enjoyed. I hope you've all had a wonderful day, and if you haven't, there's always the rest of your day. There's always tomorrow, the day after that, so on and so forth. Things don't get better unless you let them, so give yourself time and things will improve. I promise. Take care of yourselves, everyone. Bye-bye.